Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis. Welcome back to Coffee, Computers, and More. You know, if there's one thing I definitely want to work on in 2024, it's proper lighting in my videos. I've been doing YouTube videos for 8 or 9 years now, and that's something I really haven't given much thought to or much priority towards. I usually just rely on the natural light that I get in my apartment, a couple lamps and so on, and it really does show in some of the videos that I do where you can't see a lot of details. So if you're new to the YouTube game, learn how to properly light your video scenes, whatever you're filming, it'll make a huge difference. So that brings us to today's product. What we have here is a Neewer studio light kit from Amazon. Now, in the nature of full disclosure, I did actually get this as a Christmas present, so while I didn't pay for it, this was not actually given to me by Neewer or Neewer, however you want to pronounce it. What we have here are a set of 2 studio lights with filters, 66 LEDs per light. 5600K is the color temperature. It does come with tripods, and it does run off of just USB ports. So you can run this off of battery packs, off a wall socket, whatever you have. So we're gonna do a little unboxing, and we're gonna test these lights out and see how they are. We'll close the blinds, have no lights on in here, just use the studio lights and see if we notice a difference. We can open the windows up and turn the lights on to see if these lights are really worth it. I think they run about 65 bucks for the set, if I'm not mistaken. And when you see them, there's a couple other companies that sell light sets that are very similar to what you're gonna see in this box. So let's go ahead and get the box open, let's see what comes in the kit, and let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, so as we do this unboxing, we're gonna kind of talk a little bit about what comes in the box, what you get, and what kind of features it has, and then we'll head over to Amazon to give you more specifics or maybe some technical data that you want. First of all, this is what the light looks like when it comes out of the box. I'd say these are probably about maybe 5 inches. It does have the white filter already in there. I'm gonna try it without the filter on and see what happens. And we're going to see if there's a lot of glare that comes out of the lamps. I'll have to fill that a little bit later. But you can swap out these filters for red and yellow and white. And then you also have a remote. I believe you have 10 different settings for brightness. There's a power button right here. And then just a standard USB 2.0 plug. And you can power this off of 5 volts and 1 amp. So you should be able to run it off of battery packs. We'll maybe see what kind of battery drain we get, as I've got a 10,000 milliamp battery pack on standby. We can plug it in and test it out, and actually test out both lights and see how they look. We do get the tabletop light kit instruction manual. They do have contact information. Neewer is one of those brands that sells a lot of stuff on Amazon. They're kind of like Anchor. They've really gotten kind of popular, and I think that they should have good customer service. I mean, the fact that they have a US phone number and a US location definitely helps out. You shouldn't have to send anything back to China. On the bottom, you've got a standard mount. I'm not sure if that's called a cold shoe mount or what it is, but this is gonna go on just a basic camera tripod. So you can tripod mount it if you want to, but we also have all the mounting accessories in the box too. Okay, we've got your different filters on here. We've got red and yellow and blue. The white filters are already installed. Haven't figured out how to pull those out yet. Okay, then right here, we have got the stand that comes with the little tripods. Let's get these out of the box here. So this is the one complaint area that people have, is that these little legs are kind of flimsy. They are a thin plastic, but they do lock into place with a little bit of authority. I wouldn't put too much pressure on these things. You know, extreme temperatures, these could maybe break, I don't know, but they seem to be fairly well built. You got that little threaded mount there also, so you can put the light directly on here, or you also have the extensions that go up to, I believe, 4 feet. So the minimum, I believe, is something like, when it's, I think you're probably looking at around 8 inches of the lowest height from the top of the light to the floor, all the way up to 4 feet with this stick that you can use so you can manually hold if you want to. You've also got a threaded mount on the bottom, so you can put it on another tripod if you want to, or the tripod that comes with it. And then you also have this mount up on the top right here. So you do get basically everything you need in the box. You've also got the ball mount you can use right here that offers you, I believe, 180 degrees of adjustability. And like I said, I believe the color temperature is 5600K, if I'm not mistaken, without any kind of filters installed. And again, threaded on the bottom. This is made out of metal. This does feel pretty sturdy. This part's plastic. It is threaded right here. And then you can put extra tension on this ball mount just by turning the knob in any kind of position that you want. And I believe it says you have roughly 180 degrees of movement, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, looking pretty good. Why don't we just go ahead and assemble one of the units and just kind of take a look at it in general, and we will go from there. All right, so just a couple things here before we show you what it looks like when it's fully assembled. These little guys are kind of a pain to get out, and what happens is they can sometimes pop out of the tracks when you're pulling on it. It is a fairly thin plastic. What it is we've got a couple little notches on both sides right here. and those lock into place when you push down, just to show you what the light looks like without it. It is a fairly thin plastic housing. I wouldn't say that these are designed for any kind of rugged use. Can't really speak to what kind of, outdoor weatherproofing these things have, but you really want to be kind of gentle when you slide them in, and then the little shades will just simply click into place. And we're going to test out the gel filters that come with it. You do have to remove a transparent protective coating apparently before you use these, but these are considered gel filters, just so you know. You guys are photographers, and this should definitely take out some of the glare. So, and then the remote, again, you can dim it in 10% increments. So real quick, just the stats on it. Instead of going to Amazon, I've just got a little specs page right here. The stuff you really care about. The size is 142 by 97 by 20 millimeters. I'm an American, I have no idea what that means. We're probably looking at 4 inches by 3.5 inches by probably about 1.25 inches. 1,000 lumens is the output, which is pretty powerful, it's pretty potent. 66 bulbs per lamp. Output power is 10 watts, 5600K is the color temperature, maybe a little bit towards the blue side, and then the dimmer 10 to 100%, so you can dim the brightness on it, which is really nice. And then power input 5 volts 2 amps, so you need a 5 volt 2 amp power source. If you don't know what to do, Neewer does sell, Neewer, they do sell little wall warts, little output plugs that you can plug in that are designed for the proper output amperage and voltage, so you don't have to worry about ruining it. The little battery pack that I'm going to use is a 5 volt 2 amp output, so it should work fine. So let's go ahead and show you the assembled unit. I'll kind of stand next to it and you can see what the height is like on a person, and only 4 feet tall, but I'm also going to be just kind of providing some flood lighting from the side, so I don't have to have the lights right on me. But you can also set these on a little desk if you want to, or you can set them up on wherever you want. So they're very flexible in terms of what the stands have to offer. Okay, let's assemble a unit and let's take a look at it real quick. All right, guys, so I am 5'11", and in order for you to see the whole thing, I have to back the camera way up. Sorry about the laundry, but this is max height. It took me a little while to kind of figure out how this works. You do have to rotate each of the tubes clockwise in order to get them to lock. There is no little tension lever that you turn on or any kind of a knob or anything like that. So this is the height that you're looking at as it is. It's pretty low, but for what I need, I can set it up on a desk or set it on a shelf or whatever. It's going to be perfect for my needs. But that is max height, and then this is a little 2 amp battery pack. So let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and hit the power button on the light itself. The blue light is on right now. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and take it through its different dimness levels. That is a pretty white light with the white gel filter in there. And I'm not sure if they sell different colors. Neewer might offer that. This might be a standard size that you can get. I'm not really sure in the world of photography how that works out, if there's like a standard for these things that you follow. But going through the different brightness settings, it is decent. Does put out pretty good light. I'm pretty happy with it. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and hook up both of them and shut the blinds in here, turn just those lights on and see what it looks like. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so we are here in the room. I've got the blinds closed, all the lamps are turned off. I've got my exposure set to 0, well at least we do right now. So there's no overexposure going on, no underexposure going on. Let's go ahead and turn the lamps on maximum and see what happens. So that does provide pretty good light right now. Again, you can definitely tell with the shadow behind me and stuff. I can reposition the lights. The lights are about 3 feet away from me, and the glare's not so bad that I can't function and work on, talking to you guys on the camera. A little bit of glare coming off the furniture behind me, but it is providing pretty good light. If I had these right up in front of me, I think it would do a pretty good job. So we'll do that after we play with the light filters a little bit. Now let me go ahead and turn all the lights on, open up the sunshades, and then we'll turn the lights off and see if we notice a difference. All right, hang tight. Okay, so this is with the exposure set at 0. So the reason why I'm doing this is if you want to use these as some filler light in like a daytime scene, is it even worth having, yes or no? So I've got 2 lamps on, overhead lamp on, shade open, lots of daylight coming in, auxiliary lights are turned on. Let's go ahead and turn those lights off and see if we notice a difference. There we go. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell. It does even things out. So again, these Neewer USB tabletop lamps are pretty sweet. I'm gonna put the lamps right in front of me now. We'll just do the same thing with all the lights off again and see what it looks like, see if I get even more light, and we'll go from there. All right guys, same scenario. This time I've got the lamps like half the distance away from me. Let's see what kind of fill-in they provide for us here. This is just kind of fun to play around with and see if they're worth it or not. There we go. All right, not bad. Now this is max brightness. I can also turn down the brightness if I want to. We're just gonna leave it as it is though right now, just kind of show you what you're gonna get. And one last time, let's go ahead and open all the blinds up and all the shades up, see if we can notice a before and after difference. And here we go with all the lamps and lights. Lamps even closer now, lights on. Oh, turn the battery pack on here. There we go, awesome. Yeah, definitely not bad. Aside from the shadows behind me, which I think I can mitigate if I move the lights around a little bit, I would say these definitely provide a lot of good filler light. I'm just running it off of 2 battery packs, 2 10,000 milliamp packs. You probably want to have maybe something a little more style like a wall plug, especially if you're going to be using these for any length of time. Can't speak to runtime. It's going to depend on the battery pack and the quality of the cells. I'm filming this, by the way, on about an 8 or 9 year old Sony Alpha A5000 camera, DSLR, well, sort of. But anyway, so that's what we're using for the camera right now, just to kind of show you. All right, let's kind of play around with the gel filters real quick, see if we notice a difference, and we'll call it good. All right, so we're back in the same dim room here. Just to keep things as neutral as possible, I just put a white t-shirt on to see if we notice any maximum effect from the lights themselves. So let's start off with the red gel lights here, and let's see what they look like once we fire them up. This could be kind of crazy. All right, here we go. Power on, power on. Ooh, oh, that's evil. That's kind of demonic. Oh, I kind of like that. I have no weird background or anything going on, so these are the red gel filters. Might be able to find some kind of use for these. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to yellow and then blue, and then we'll bring it back for a few final words. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go into lemon head mode. Ooh, gotta turn the power pack on here. There we go. So that's yellow. I wonder if I turn them down a little bit, if it's gonna have maybe more of an effect. Let's see, it's kind of turning down a smidge. Not really. So the yellow isn't as yellow as I thought, but I will say this, one thing about these, oh, that's bright. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna turn it down a little bit here. Wow. The nice thing about these is that the color filters do go in much easier than the plain white filters. So if you like to use a lot of different gels, much simpler to swap them out. All right, let's put the blue on and we'll see if we notice a difference. So this is me running yellow right now, just so you guys know. All right, hang tight. All right, and the last one's gonna be the blue filters. Let's turn the packs back on. My packs automatically turn off after like 30 seconds if there's no current draw. That's just how they're designed. It's not something wrong with the lights or anything. All right, so let's turn one light on, turn the other light on. Ooh, that is cool. Again, for nice effects, or if you wanna have a background, like a color background for lighting, I think that would work out really well. I like it. I mean, you get a lot for the money. There's a lot in the package deal here. Who knows what the price is going to be when you guys check this out on Amazon. I don't have any affiliate links or anything like that, but I'll try to put the link in the description box and hopefully it'll take you to these items that are for sale. So, all right, let's go ahead and bring it back for a few final words. Okay guys, so what are my final thoughts on the Neewer USB tabletop lighting kit? You know, I think for indoor studio use, I think these are going to be more than adequate. If you're somebody that runs a lot of podcasts or you want some more light, or you do maybe a lot of Zoom meetings and you just want to improve your light, the adjustability of the dimness, you can bring the lights down to a comfortable level so that the glare is not there. You know, the build quality and construction, I hate using this expression, but it is what it is for what you're paying for it. It's going to be fine, but I wouldn't use this, you know, heavy duty outdoor use, you know. Maybe some sort of stationary scene where things are stable, you're going to be fine. The plastics are fairly thin, but really, I mean, it does do what it's supposed to do, which I think is probably the most important thing. Looks like it does have a bit of a heavy current draw, so just keep that in mind if you're going to run this off a couple inexpensive battery packs when you're mobile. I can't speak to actual battery rundown time because I haven't run these long enough, but I would hope maybe you could get maybe 30, 45 minutes off a 10,000 milliamp charge. I don't know. It might also depend on the intensity that you have these turned up to. So anyway, the Neewer USB tabletop lighting kit, check it out over on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description box for you that'll take you over there. Again, it's not an affiliate link for me. I'm not getting anything for this. But I think it's definitely going to add some nice lighting to the videos that I have for my 3 YouTube channels. So anyway, this is Travis. This is Coffee Computers and More. Thanks for kind of going down the lighting rabbit hole with us here today and for watching this review. And we'll talk to you guys soon. I want you guys to take care. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe. Have a great 2024. And as you know, we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.